Hey everybody. Hello Rafael. Hello Fabrice. Hello Luis. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're learning a lot and I hope you're resting a lot and having fun and spending time with your families because that is what we love. Okay. Now, in video number one, we studied English. We worked on spelling and I hope that you guys are getting all that practice done because practice makes perfect. All right. Now, for this video number two, we're going to have a geography lesson. And as you can see from my screen that you're looking at right now, this is the cover of our geography book. And no, I did not scan it all. And yes, I only scanned the thing that we're going to be working on, so that would be the first unit. Now, for this first unit, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to make two videos of this geography class. This is the first one, where we're going to discuss some concepts. I'm going to explain a few things, and I hope that you will understand. And then I'm going to continue on video number two, explaining a couple of more things, and I have some activities that you're going to do. But I also have a special project planned that I'm going to link with our science class. So I hope that you are ready and excited because it's about to get interesting here at Chartwell. We miss you guys tons. We want us to be working together in a classroom very, very soon. So please, please stay safe and follow authority instructions because we want us all to be healthy and well together as a Chartwell family in the future. Very, very near future, I hope. So anyway, let's get started with our class. This is going to be great, you guys. You should be really excited as I am, okay? So this first unit is called Improving the Environment. Now, I want to make a little pause on the word environment. Why? Because it has a tricky spelling, and we've been working a lot on spelling, and I want you guys to spell it with me. I'm going to zoom in on it. Let's go together on a count of three. 1, 2, 3. E-N-V-I-R-O-N-M-E-N-T. Environment. Now, why is that important? Because it's a tricky word. It has an N and an M. When we say the word really quickly, environment, we never really stop at that N, although we should, okay? So you have to know how to spell it right because, as you know, practice makes perfect. Okay. Now, we're going to be talking about our environment first. And we're going to read this first paragraph at the top left corner. How do we affect our environment? Our food comes from our environment as a plant or animal. The water we drink or wash in has been collected from the environment and cleaned for us to use. Even when we breathe, we make small changes to the air around us. People who drop litter or make unnecessary noise harm the environment and make life unpleasant for other people. Now, have you ever been in a situation when there is a person listening to music very loudly or screaming next to you and you're like, oh no, it's bothering me, you're uncomfortable? Yeah, this also is something that affects our environment. Our environment are anything that surrounds us. It could be natural, it could be artificial or man-made. Now, let's look at this picture. I zoomed in on it again. So we have this picture of these people who seem to be doing some kind of sport. Can you recognize what sport that is? There's a boat and it's got strings attached to it. There's a person over here doing some kind of sport and there's a parachute. Do you know what sport I'm talking about? I'll let you think about that for a bit. Now, everything we do affects our environment. In what ways do you think these people are affecting their environment? I'll let you think about that one. Now, one of the few concepts that we're going to be discussing is the most important one is natural resources. Everything we use is made from natural resources that came from the environment. These natural resources are air, water, coal, oil, natural gas, rocks and soil, and animals and plants. See? We have natural gas, precious metals, minerals, and rocks. Wind power and solar energy are also considered forest resources, crude oil, land resources, water resources, animal resources. Vegetation is another way to call them. Rocks and minerals, plants. Oh, look at this little chick. Okay, a turkey? Sorry, it's a church. Miss, what are you talking about? Okay, now, remember in our history lesson from last week, I told you when the Romans invaded Britain that Rome was very different from Britain, and they were more advanced, and they had these great architectural structures, and I even showed you pictures of them. Well, the Romans were the first people to use concrete on a large scale nearly 2,000 years ago. Look how long ago that was. I mean, we weren't even a thought in the planet. Now, of these natural resources, we can classify them. One of the classifications that we have is non-renewable resources. Now, what does that mean? Non-renewable. The word non is a suffix, okay? It's placed before the word and it changes its meaning completely. Let's read about that. Some of the Earth's resources can only be used once. It means that I cannot renew them, and I cannot create them again or regenerate them again and again until whenever I want, because there just aren't enough. We don't have any means or ways of doing this. Now, coal, oil, natural gas, and metal ores are often called non-renewable resources because we cannot make any of them after we have used them up. Let's take, for example, this situation. Imagine that you had a huge jar containing all the sweets on earth. You could either eat them all at once, or you could eat them slowly. That way you could enjoy them for much longer. Well, non-renewable resources are like those sweets. If you take your jar and you eat them all up, then you won't have any for tomorrow or the next day or next month. So, I'm going to pause it right here. This is the end of video number 1. I hope that you're understanding and following me, and I'll see you in video number 2.